I got a lot of shine.
Welcome to episode 502 of Fourth and John. I'm Gail Saunders here with Mr. Tim Kincaid, and this is the training camp update, preseason recap. John Metchie, wide receiver for episode. I'm trying to throw it all in together. Uh, I'm trying to take a quote from Jahad Campbell. He says, "Be where your feet are. Be where your feet are." In lately, my feet have been everywhere, and a lot of stuff. Haven't posted everything that I've been doing, but I've just been around a lot of things, man. A lot of good vibes, a lot of things to be happy about. Season's right around the corner, but a lot of events happening. Very excited about just to be at practice today. Shout out to Tim Armstrong. We got an opportunity to be at practice today, and for me, this is it's a sign for once I get to practice and I get to see how things are shaping up, depth chart stuff, I start to feel good about the roster. I start to feel good about where the weaknesses are, and I feel like I'm there. And I know we still have some pieces of the puzzle to talk about, but just in general, it's been a wild week. But today was uh, this is how crazy I left the airport at 8:47, went straight from the airport right to practice, and it, it couldn't got any better. But again, shout out to Tim Armstrong for the invite today, and shout out to Mama Ringo for the invite on the field after the game. That was a amazing experience. Got to see a lot of the stars, man.
Dope.
Got to see this guy, Saquon Barkley, man of the
Say
hour,
Squirrel.
man. Saquon has been that dude, but I feel like the aura is real. He's got everything under control. Um, other than that, I mean, we had to stop by see the sun. Had to see the sun. Sun is doing well. Uh, Overall, I mean, this is I'll get into it later, but the vibes were immaculate at practice today. Rain today, very cool, very chill vibe. Um, for a hot summer, it was a perfect day. But enough about that. We'll get into it. But Tim, I see you got the new hat on. Swag is swagging. How you feeling
Yes,
today?
sir. You know what I'm saying? Philly 316. Bro, as you said that you had a flight today. I had a flight today from Las Vegas, Nevada. Had a great time. Um, I'm gonna go on a little bit about how it was. I went to, in case you guys don't know, I went to Vegas. Me and my wife. Shout out to Big Brother Will's Swoop Boys, Enrico. Um, Went there, went for the Raiders and Niners game preseason. And when I tell you, I was stunting. I was stunting. It was just, oh man. I wish I had a GM. You know how many times had a person come up to me and said, I wish I had a GM like yours. And then once my man said, I wish I had a GM like yours, guess what happens? The trade happens. He said, this is the reason why I wish I had a GM like yours. I said, you know what? It's so nice and glorious being a Birds fan right now. But yeah, I am probably about 5, 6 hours of sleep. Just got back home to Phoenix, Arizona, and yo, let's talk some birds, man. Let's go.
Shout out to everyone in the chat right now for sticking with us. Obviously, those who are going to be listening later on the podcast, but just in general, I mean, some notes from preseason, and for me, it's not really about at this point of preseason games. To quote rappers out here like Kendrick, sometimes you got to pop out and show
Yeah.
coaches. Okay, you might not have said coaches, but at this point of the preseason,
Yeah.
if you are trying to make this roster, you need to pop out and show something. And
Yeah.
Drew Makuba. Now, a lot of people, if you go back and watch our draft videos or draft takes, you know that Makuba is someone I was very high on. I was a Makuba stan, and obviously, uh, you know, you know, Sidney Brown is a guy who I wanted the Eagles to draft, but you know, Makuba is the reason for the season right now. I mean, 2 plays in less than 2 series, fumble recovery, but the big pick
Right.
six. The man said, "Calculating route," and he found the way to the football, and that is the way the football IQ that I've seen on tape. That is what flashes when you watch
Yeah.
a lot of tape. The IQ's there. Very excited to see him in camp today. He collided with the ref. Scary moment. Scary moment for a lot of people that were at camp today because you're like, Drew, get up, and he got up, gave the thumbs up. But just overall in that instance, how geek were you to see you pick that off?
I was super geeked up to see that Makuba is a ball hawk, you know, a magnet to the ball safety, because this was something that we were a little bit worried about. Now, CJ DJ being in the Houston Texans uniform, um, he's a prototype of CJ DJ. Vic Fangio likes this type of body type of safety, the hard hitting, knows, physical, not afraid to put his face in the fan, safety. Um, and like I told people, I said, yo, we have a safety. He just has to work on a couple of things. And as a rookie coming in, he has to work on a couple of things, and that's at tackling. But you can see that's already improving now. That one when he could recover the ball, bro, that reminded me of CJ DJ when he laid that hit on Josh Jacobs in the first game when he hit and he met him in the hole. I was like, oh, let's go. Because he was there. He's, like I said, he's not afraid. He's not afraid to stick his face in the fan. And then the interception, it was like he baited him. Go ahead and throw it. And he split the wide receivers and said, oh, I'll take that special delivery. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super happy for Makuba. The competition, iron sharpens iron. Sidney Brown, the rookie is outdoing you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro?
I like the
Set for
competition.
the taking.
I like
I do.
any way you look at it. I was having a conversation on the sideline. We're like, what happens when the Kobe Dean comes back? Zach Bond, Zach Bond practicing for the first time with the team since it's been a while, since late July, where
Right.
he was out there, and I was like, oh, Zach Bond's out there, and to see him next to Campbell, I mean, that's the present and the future, and then the Kobe Dean, who in Evan Hearn's fashion, I had to let him know that we're ready to see you come back. There's Tim Armstrong. Shout out to Tim
Hey, shout out
with
to Tim.
Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean is very excited. He's ready. He's ready to come back. He was very excited. I
Look
was I
at
was
you,
geek-
bro. You look like a proud uncle. Look at you.
yeah, but this very very it's uh, I've experienced a lot in the last couple years, and watching the growth of the players is really just for me
Mhm.
as a I call stepdad out here. Rooting for the players is exciting, and this picture right here to me really just sums it up in terms of
Yeah.
the future and 2 players who I believe are going to pop out and show coaches things this
Mhm.
season. And I think Jahad Campbell, if we're going back to the preseason game, blitzing the quarterback, make the quarterback uncomfortable. I started thinking about him playing behind Jalen Carter
Yeah.
and the chaos that can ensue in a situation where you don't know who's coming from where.
Yeah.
But I just think Jahad Campbell had himself a day, and I mean overall, you start to look at snaps, and you start to look at where players are playing and how long they're playing and who's not playing, and then you got Tyler Steen not playing, so we know with the right guard position has been locked up. So I mean that's a good thing. I mean
Yeah.
Will Shipley, we feel like Will Shipley has got the RB2 position pretty much locked up. I do think there's a role. I think AJ Dillon has had a solid camp so far, and I think besides the tip pass that he caught, I think he's had a pretty good camp. I think overall
Yeah,
got some good reps today in short yardage. Got to see that. So the constant back and forth. People where you're at on AJ Dillon. I just think there's a role right now. We have three good backs. We're good. S- Stash some people on practice squad. Good with that. Um, from the running back position, I mean, any questions? I mean, we got some Montreal Johnson sightings. That was him coming off a hand. Do you think he's practice squad material for now?
I definitely think he's practice squad material. It sucks to see that he didn't really get a great chance to show what he can do in this last game against the Browns because due to the O line play, the O line play was kind of ass. Um, and I mean, I think it was averaging like only 2 yards per carry, and but he had a couple of runs where it was kind of you see the spark, you see the juices of like where they can go. What I like about this running back is like a utility belt. You have the power, you have an age, you have which is Dylan, and then you got Shipley where he's the change the pace back, and then you got Saquon, aka the Green Power Ranger. He's gonna do about everything. So I love to see where this is at because I was a little worried about the whole Keating Gainwell being let go and getting his deal. Get your money, B. I ain't even go get your chili. I ain't even playing. I ain't on you. He's gonna get his chance. I think he's more gonna be the starting running back for the Steelers. Um, but or running back committee, but probably get a lot of majority bulk of the carries. But I like what I see from the Eagles running back position. I still rooting for Shaderick though. I want
Oh,
my
same here.
mans to make the team.
I've been rooting for a soft tissue injury stash on the practice squad.
Yeah,
Lightning bug. I feel like he's got a shot. I mean, overall, I think the RB play from the group has been pretty good overall. Shout out to Big Perk. He said great day at Camp G. Big Perk man. We had a moment today. Look at this.
hey, Big Perk.
The Super Bowl trophies were on full display.
Dope.
Uh, there was a moment in camp today where Big Perk was on the sideline, and Jordan Mailata had walked by, and Perk was in his full glory. He was enjoying himself. This is the kind of stuff that I love to see. Eagle fans being Eagle fans.
Right.
I mean, the real ones. It's like a rando would be just like oh, you guys can sit out in hot practice in the rain, or just
Right.
that's what you do. I'm like, yeah, this is what we do. Um, but just talking about I think the position that, especially with the news of John Metchie
Mhm.
being signed, I know a lot of Eagle fans were like, what does this mean? Where are we at with the position
Right.
in terms of like is AJ really which this has nothing to do with AJ. This has everything to do with how Howie sees the future of this group, knowing that Jahan Dotson, who has been balling, let me repeat, Jahan Dotson has been balling. Had a great practice today, but just thinking in terms of him moving down the road, does he get a contract here with the way the money is set up? Probably not. And I think he knows that if you listen to any pressers, he knows that he's got to make that second contract. So I mean, obviously he has a great year with the group. That's a great thing. John Metchie enter their
Yeah.
conversation. I think Metchie, if you have not been following his career, him with Bama going down, allowing Devontae Smith to have that Heisman season with all those extra reps. But I think they're two peas in a pod. I think you're talking about bringing some good energy. Uh, where is Terrace Marshall at? You know, has he played himself out of an opportunity? We have Anais Smith, and we have Johnny Wilson, who we've all talked about. What is your take on Anais Smith and Johnny Wilson, where they're at, and then we'll get back to Metchie.
Well, from what I seen, and I seen Johnny Wilson was dressed out, but I just think he's already locked the position. The preseason one, he did what he was supposed to do. He showed that I'm 6'7", I'm gonna dunk on your head, catch the ball, that's mine. The Anais Smith, I mean, he's been stepping it up ever since. But competition is key because you can't get comfortable. So I know how he thinks when it comes to, having talent and a backup talent. And what this tells me is this is Jahan's last year. Jahan, I mean, we're not trading Jahan, so I need people to calm down with the whole, we're trading for Hickerson from Cincinnati. Like, bro, first of all, we can't afford that contract, and we got our young bulls to be able to pay for it. We got Jalen coming up. We got to, and then why is Jalex and Nolan Smith gonna take the back seat for a 30, 32, or 33-year-old? You know what I mean? Like, you see the young movement. Come on now. And then also with that though, this basically is just telling you that he has 2 years left on his contract, and it's hard not to root for this guy. This is hard, bro. Like, he tore his ACL. He came back from that. Prior to that, he gets cancer. He fights that battle, and he wins. He's back on the field. All you got to do is just root for him to say that he can do more. The only thing that scares me, and I'm a big fan of Darius Cooper, and I really want him to make this team, but because we all know John Metchie he's a route technician. This kid can run routes. And if you don't believe me, go check out his highlights. He has some things where you're like, damn, between him and Devontae, they could run some routes, man. So, it's a blessing for him to get an opportunity here in Philadelphia. He was going to get cut in the Houston Texans, so that's the reason why he was traded. He was supposed to actually get traded to the 49ers, but we had the better deal. So, yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. But yeah, man, I'm happy for this. I love the wide receiver position because we're deep. Two, it's all about competition.
I mean, we talked
Why
about
lead the pack, AJ?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about wide receiver 4 and 5 being again the conversation going into the season and going into the off season and now preseason, because that we all know wide receiver 1 through 3 what it is, but just in terms of the growth and development of Nye Smith and Johnny Wilson, we talk about consistency at the catch point. We talk about the consistency at the catch point. When you see Darius Cooper, it looks like he's a natural. He's not fighting the football. We also got to show love to Johnny Wilson in his progression in this camp and in preseason. He's had a lot of great opportunities where you're like, we need to see some. He makes the catch. Like, he better make that catch, makes the catch, and then continues to do that in practice and preseason. I know Jalen Hurts was talking about a couple jump ball opportunities that he threw in camp, but Anais Smith, we've asked for him to bring the A game. I think he's showed up, scores a couple of touchdowns. I liked one of his slants that he caught where he set up the DBs. I was like, all right, it's a little technician. He likes to slant routes for touchdowns. That's his thing. But again, if we're talking about Metchie and where he works in as a more polished route runner, I think Metchie has a great opportunity to just come in and be a possession guy and be a little bit more crafty. So it's really going to get interesting. I think where Anais Smith stands or Avery Williams in terms of punt returners, it could be, I say, 6 wide receivers they bring. 6 wide receivers.
I can see that. So you got AJ, Devontae.
Yeah. Shout out to Dylan. He says going to become a Philly for a game. I don't know which one yet. I got to come through the tailgate. Dylan, let's make it happen. It's right around the corner, man. Right around the corner. Not the cornerback conversation. One play in the game from preseason, the Jacorian Bennett play, I was like, that's a nice play. That is what I like to see. The 49. At one point I was like, who's 49? And then they're like, oh, it's Jacorian. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And it's tough, man. I mean, Rack Shack's comment here, he says he's disappointed with Ringo so far. How he shouldn't have let go of Rodgers, and Ringo could have been cross-trained as safety as well. I think from a Rodgers perspective, first contract after being he needed that guaranteed money. So
Yeah.
whoever was giving him the most guaranteed money was smart enough for Rodgers to take it. And I don't think Howie's not going to be put in a corner. So I think that's where it was.
Yeah.
And this is the other conversation I want to say. All the people complaining about CB2 and when Darius Slay was here, this is what it looks like, right? This is what it looks like when you don't have a Slay. When you're you might get a play given up here and there, but this is the difference between having technicians and having guys that are like trying to become something. And obviously you want to get cheaper, right? But this is what happens. But shout out to Keely Ringo's mom. We had I actually spoke with Keely today. Keely, I mean, it was Keely. I mean, like this dude he's got all the athletic traits, got
He
the
does.
length and whatnot, and everything you want in size from a cornerback stature. I just think he just has to play confident. And that's the thing. It's had a conversation with his mom and a good conversation about where he's at and what he's trying to do. And I know today was probably it was a tough practice for him in terms of depth chart. Because this is one of the first time where it seemed like he was getting a lot of the reps with the threes today. And it was,
Yeah,
you want to talk to him after
that's
practice, and I know he was. I know I felt like he was going through something at that point,
human.
but it was great meeting him as well. But it's a tough scene. It's just a tough scene. It's just, and the competition is the competition. The best man is going to make that beat. What did you think? Did you watch Vic Fangio's presser when he talked
I
about
did.
CB2?
I did. I don't know if it was Ruben Frake or maybe John Clark. I'm not sure, but somebody had a great question. Is it kind of upsetting that you don't have a CB2 yet? And he said, it's signs will tell. You see with the reps and what you're saying right now, you kind of see him with the threes. It is kind of disappointing because you're rooting for Ringo, man. His mom, super uber nice, man. And he just has all the tools, boy. He's 6'2", 190, 180. Like he's a prototype corner that you really want. So and you're rooting for him, man. And you want him to be with the rest of the Georgia Bulldogs and creating that bond on that defense. It does suck, but I ain't gonna lie. Ja'Cory Bennett, when I seen that play, I was jumping. I was excited for that one. I was really, really excited about that one. But so far, I mean, was Adoree Jackson getting the first team reps majority of the time? So that's what I'm saying. That right there just kind of tells you like Adoree is probably going to be that guy on that second.
I mean, this is where I've had it in terms of like 84 starts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying set it and forget it. I'm saying you're comfortable, giving him a shot early on to see where it's at. Does he take on an Isaiah Rodgers type role where he can move, rotate in, or does Ja'Cory Bennett become that dude, or just overall, I just feel like it's interesting. A lot of people, like Todd says, Asante Jr. Are they blackballing him because of his dad?
Super weird, Todd.
Where's he at with the injury?
Weird, bro.
Where's he at with the health?
I mean, he's training right now. That's what I don't understand. Like, how is he not getting his shot? I don't understand it. I, I know injury to the neck is serious. I mean, we've seen guys that were great and their careers ended short. I mean, was it Vanderish for the Cowboys a couple years ago? I think somebody else. Well, I can't think of the name, but like, why is he not getting the opportunity? I don't understand that. But I do want to say this. I definitely do want to say this. When I look at Adoree Jackson, he doesn't look comfortable out there. I mean, when he's playing zone, he's like too soft pause in the zone, and like it's like the wide receivers are just like they're sitting down and catching the ball. It's like pitch and catch. We can't. You got to have somebody that's a little bit of aggressive, and that's where Bennett comes in. Ja'Cory is he's not afraid to put hands on a wide receiver. He is not. I kept a real close eye on him yesterday or this past Saturday. He is not afraid to put his hands on them and control where the route is going. His feet did get kind of tangled up with a couple wide receivers, but I like that. I like that. I don't like the soft coverage. What about you on that one? Like, what did you see? I mean, you were at practice today.
No, I mean, I feel like, what does that look like when you have Jalen Carter in there? Like, it's a,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean? Like, when you have like young rookies out there trying to, Gabe Halls of the world, Ty Robinsons, or AKA Ty 95 out here trying to make a name for themselves. And it's different when you have Jalen Carter and the whole crew up there. But Adrian says not too concerned in the secondary. I think we're solid there. As much as I like Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt, I still think we need more proven depth there. I think Uche and Ojulari, if you go back to the preseason game, Ojulari with the one hand, he's standing up the offensive tackle, then pull, give him a little pull, and then he got real creative with the bend, and then he got the sack. I mean, that's what you like to see. I was impressed with that. I think Ojulari is flashed as of late. I do think if you're looking at depth, I'm thinking, can Uche, those guys be fastballs on third down when they on situational? I think APR, the rookie that was drafted from VTech, I'm not exactly sure where they're at on him. I mean, Patrick Johnson, depth player who can play special teams. I think he's had a really good camp again. I think if you think about keeping someone for depth, that's right there, quality depth. I don't think they want to lose him this year. Now, George asks, what do you all think about Will Shipley? I'll let you take this one, Tim.
I like Will Shipley. He's taken a position by the horns, and he's claiming that it's his. I love the way his vision. I love his vision. The only thing my only gripe with him, and it's probably nothing to worrisome, is his speed. Hitch that wagon, man. Let's go. But I mean, as somebody that can catch the ball in the backfield and take care of the ball, that's all I really care for. But Will Shipley, man, he looks like he's the number 2 running back, and I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying?
I just definitely feel like he's got a role. I think whether it's special teams, whether you need him to make a tackle, if you need him, he'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I love that.
He's got the hurdling ability. I don't know if you go back to Clemson, he will hurdle you. And he's a slasher, man. He'll get a couple yards here. Like, I'm not saying home run hitter ish, but he will get in and get his yards. And my thing, he's a very humble dude. Very humble dude. Got to talk to him at the Eagles Autism Challenge. Very humble dude, and I think this is the pop out and show coaches moment. Will Shipley in year 2. Shout out to Chris. He says, practice squad maybe for Cooper. I think if he hits the practice squad, there's a chance someone takes.
Bro, he can't, bro. He get on that press, he's getting snatched up. He's getting snatched up, bro.
Now Pete Nathan says just sign Rasul Douglas.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I'm all right.
if that was the wave, I think Howie would have done that already. If that was the wave, I'm just saying. Philly Sports Pride says Stingley has been getting smoked in camp by Metchie in camp. Video doesn't lie. Now, in terms of the wide receiver room with the Texans, you're talking Christian Kirk, talking having a brain, Nico Collins.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nico.
You're talking about Tank Dell coming back from injury, gruesome injury. Jalen Noel. What was it? Was it Jalen Higgins?
Higgins.
Yeah. They have thrown a lot of money at the position in terms of draft capital and bringing some other guys in. So it'll be very interesting. So we'll be waiting with greetings and salutations for Metchie and John when he comes to the tailgate. So I mean, I'm all for the Metchie vibes. I'm not worried.
Quick
about
question.
that.
I got a question for you. Number 80. Think you show him up at 88 or 80?
I think 80s. It's not Jerry Rice. We're talking about
Yeah.
It's not that bad of a number. 88 could have been interesting. A double eights is kind of cool.
Double eights is cool.
But what's Goddard's number?
80.
Isn't it double eights?
No, he's 88.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said Dallas 80. You said 88. So I'm like, that's Goddard's number, dog.
Yeah, Goddard's number. I'm bugging.
Yeah.
I'm bugging.
But the interesting thing about Fangio talking about Cooper taking reps on the outside. I think it could have been McLean who had asked that question about, so when are we going to see Cooper play on the outside? And if you've been listening to the pod, I've been advocating for him playing on the outside. Like if there's an opportunity to get him on the outside and you feel like that's your best bet, then I know nickel is very important. Nick Williams, very interested in where he's at as a player because he's flashed for sure.
I like Nick Williams.
Like who where he said he's in the mix to be in the mix for CB2.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, Fangio doesn't just mince words. Like I don't think he just says he's pretty straight, no chaser.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, like I said, it was kind of interesting that they talked about why Nolan keeps on lining up on one side of the ball, and he's like, "Well, yeah, he nicked up his shoulder." I was like, Vic, I don't think he was supposed to say that. He's just straightforward, man. You know what I'm saying? I love Vic, but I find it kind of like interesting how they're going to. It is interesting because it's like versatility and then plug and play where you can put players to be able to get the best advantage to take the ball away. And it's like you got Quinion at 1, Adoree at 2, and then safeties a little bit Blankenship and Makuba. No disrespect, Brown. No disrespect. And then the nickel you'll have the Gene, but you could put Makuba and the Gene and kind of mix them with like a base defense. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what's so interesting about this. Like I'm excited to see like what Vic is going to do, especially against the Cowboys, because if you see what the Cowboys are kind of like how they're starting their depth chart is, it's like one is going to be CD, but CD is more he lines up in a slot because he can help out. He's closer to the ball and he can do damage that way. And then you got a jump ball with what's my man's name from my goodness. They just traded for him. Can't think of his name right now.
Which team?
The Cowboys. The wide receiver from the Steelers. Can't think of his name right now.
Bryant.
No, they traded for him. They traded for him. Oh my God, I'm like drawing a memory blank. The Cowboys, they got the wide receiver they just traded for.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. Pickens. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Marcus. Like that's you're going to be able to create matchups. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so interested to see. Like, how do you feel about that though?
About the Cowboys?
No, the base defense, how the defense,
Oh, I mean,
like
I
you
think
could be able to
I
match
just
up.
think it's part of like interchangeable pieces, and now you have two versatile pieces in Makuba
Mm-hmm.
and Coop. Like Coop could either play safety, you could move him around and play slot. Now you're
And
gonna move him outside.
don't forget Jihad.
Dun,
Don't
dun,
forget Jihad Campbell.
dun. Jihad, him moving to
Mm-hmm.
the edge at certain times. That's the that's how I want my defense set up. Like if Makuba has to play the slot, which I think he could, you know, man up if he had it
Yeah.
to. Like I think he's crafty like that. I think I'm interested. I mean, the fact that they're talking about it, this is what I want to. I want to see Coop on the outside if they have to. If they have to,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. But I do
Mm.
think they're gonna have to try and keep everything looking like it has been. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
we're
get
at a
you.
part where this is where everything comes together, and now they're trying to show it. But I'm wondering because you know how Fangio is like, why show Coop on the outside in a practice in front of the media? But sometimes we don't know what they're doing when
Yeah.
the beats aren't there, and like the real practice probably looks a little different there.
Right. They're probably showing you some vanilla stuff in practice.
So it's cool. Now shout out to Screaming Paranormal. He says, "What's up, boys?" Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm just
Hey,
appreciating
shout
all
out
of
to
y'all.
y'all. Y'all got it.
No,
Y'all got it jumping in this joint.
the chat is popping. Um, Pete
Shout out
Nathan,
Cozy.
Nathan hating per usual. Mark says Gail grabbing all the new jackets, Tim grabbing all the new hats. Hey,
Shut up, Mark.
I try to get on point with all the merch and see
Yeah.
this. If you're gonna get the Abercrombie jacket, I never shop at Abercrombie until they drop some Eagle merch anyway. But this is oversized. So if you wear an XL in
Yes.
something, this you got to
Get a
get a
large.
large.
Yeah.
So
I
if
got
you wear
their
X, yeah, if you double
I got
X,
their shirt.
yeah,
I'm a double X, bro. I'm a double X. You know, I like to have a little bit of room. And my double X fits like a damn 3X. I was like, oh, come on. But yeah, where did that come from? Where did Abercrombie and Gap start selling NFL merch? I love it though. Keep it going. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
shout out to True Boys. They say I'm at the point where I don't care about the feelings of some dudes. We're trying to repeat, not make it unconfirmed starters players happy. This is
That's
where it's at.
definitely Cozy. That's definitely
This is
Cozy.
where it's at.
Shut up, Cozy.
I'm not we're here to win another championship. It's a
No
mindset.
doubt. No
So
doubt.
everybody needs to get in line. In terms of practice today, Jordan Davis. Shout out to Mama Davis as well. Super nice. Every time I see I haven't talked to her yet, but the energy, she's got great energy. But Jordan Davis, look at the physique, man. I was like, I said, Jordan, you look like a tight end, bro. He said, I said, I was like, bro, you look good, man. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you see Jordan Davis, if you put your hand on his back, you thinking, oh, I'm feeling rolls. But Jordan Davis is lean. I'm talking super lean. And then I'm happy to see this. This is where I wanted him at, and this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. He's in a good space right now.
He looks
Very
like
good
it.
space.
I'm happy to see him happy and enjoying football.
Mm.
You look like a kid in that picture, though. I ain't gonna leave front right next to him.
I'm laughing because I'm just like it's the little things, man. But when you holy hell, I didn't realize how many comments we are behind. But
Yo, Bob said you copping Phil, son.
right. Hey, you just put your hand on player. So I'm happy to be here with you, bruh.
Right. Hey, you only get this intel from 4th of John. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just telling like it is, man. Super lean.
He
man.
does look great though, bro. He looks great. That's awesome.
Shout out to Marcus. He says there's something Howie's seeing. 2 weeks Howie trades after preseason game. Howie's Howie. Saw him today.
Yeah.
Howie's just a G, man. Chris
What
says
shoes was he rocking today?
I didn't check.
You know what shoes he was rocking?
I didn't peep.
My bad.
I didn't peep.
Oh, come on, dog.
What's that?
I thought you see what shoes he was wearing today. Was he wearing some Travis's?
He's been wearing the Travis's lately.
I don't know if we're having a lack.
I shout out to Kim. She says thoughts on Patrick Johnson making the 53. Wish he was never poached. I do feel like he makes the 53. Kim. He's had a really good camp. He's preseason. Those 2 plays were very impressive. Back-to-back reps. I think they like what they see in him. So very excited to see him on the squad from just a depth perspective, and he shows up when he gets the opportunities. So I think I'm cool with that. So you know what else I'm also cool with? I'm also cool with Philly sports trips. They got a lot of games on deck. It's Buffalo, Dallas, Green Bay, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Minnesota, New York, Tampa Bay, and Washington. If you're concerned with the way that I have this lined up, Kansas City is the first trip, okay? And then it's Tampa Bay. It's New York. It's Minnesota. And it's shout out to Todd Hermans. He was at camp today. Todd is look at
that's Todd Hermans?
Todd Hermans.
Wow.
He will be with us in Green Bay with Philly Sports Trips. If you've never hung out with Todd is the dude that good vibes. Good vibes.
Oh, bro. He looks great.
But him and his wife will be out there. We got the Birds fly home trip November 14th, and then the Birds take over Dallas November 21st through the 24th. LaShawn McCoy taking over LA. Always a good time with LaShawn or Shady or just McCoy. Birds take over Washington December 20th. And then it's going to be cold. I tell people, like, if you're about that life and you want to show how diehard you are as a fan, it's Eagle fans versus Bills fans. December 27th, 29th. And then after that, it's off to the Super Bowl run.
Yes, sir.
If you catch my drift.
Go Birds.
So if you go to Philly Sports Trips, make sure you're following them on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. If you didn't know, we are also partnering up with Clear Vision for an event, Tailgate in the Park. It's hosted by Brandon Graham. Make sure you bring your Eagles gear. It's gates open at 4 p.m. This is August 21st. We'll be out there and just, we're tailgate consultants now. We try to help bring the vibe and bring the people together. And I think that's what Clear Vision is doing. The vision is very clear. It's going to be an epic time out there. People keep asking me, you going to ride on the rides? Probably not. If BG asks me to go on a ride, I'll go on a ride. But I'm trying to keep my lunch. Okay. Trying to keep my lunch. In terms of anything else that I saw from practice, I think I'm trying to think if I'm missing anyone. Devontae Smith in practice today, phenomenal. He's routing it. He got Cooper DeJean. That's why Cooper's probably not as happy. Uh, got routed up to the point where Cooper fell on the ground and it's like, did he catch that? And then he kind of like, when a DB starts trying to make excuses why or why he probably didn't catch it. And like Devontae Smith was routing people up today, and Jalen Hurts was throwing dots today. So,
They ask you about Jalen. How did Jalen look?
Jalen very crispy today.
Okay.
Look great. Look great.
Rain and everything. He's just throwing the ball, slinging it.
Saw AJ Brown today in practice. He had a good vibe today. Everyone's concerned about his state. He was lightly jogging. At this point in the season, we're not risking him re-injuring or re-aggravating a hamstring early in the season. This is not what we want to do, but I think we're in a good place with AJ. People just need to stop worrying. I'm looking at all the comments and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, bro. That's a lot of comments.
Big Fish Little Boat says, yo, my guys, got my tickets for Green Bay. See y'all there. Hey.
That's
Green
what's up.
Bay is going to be the hottest ticket. A lot of people are going to Green Bay. Bob from Down Under. Oi. Why hoard the draft picks? Nobody would deal with us last draft. We should be slinging them for quality play. I agree.
I agree with that one.
I do think you have to have a plan in place. Like I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. They have radars on who is dropping, but I'm sure they do. I think because you start trying to think like, what can a couple fives get you? What can a 3 get you? And we have enough. We have enough picks out there. Yeah, Pickens. But yeah, I mean,
thanks for the help, chat.
Bird says, what a transformation by it. And I'm not even. I'm telling you, man. That's what we were asking for, man. If we can get a 3-down player out of his production this year, that's what I'm talking about. That's like, what was the play against Jaden Daniels where he chased him down, hit his foot?
Oh, yeah, that sack. Yeah,
that was a great sack. Resident hater Pete Nathan says Jordan Davis finally, hopefully, plays more snaps. This is what he's getting love from the chat, and this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the progression is where we're at in terms of our players. We want to see the growth and development. At this point, this is really what we really need. Is that cool? Is that Cozy behind?
Yeah, that's Cozy.
Cozy says, I fully believe we traded Booker because Fangio has so much more faith in it. And I think Ty Robinson has played pretty well. Now we also met with Drew Kendall today. I thought that was an interesting conversation. I think Kendall. It's funny because Tim had a connection with Drew Kendall, one of his former coaches, or he knows they have mutual friends. But Drew Kendall was talking about his progression in learning the guard position, and if you looked at some of the snaps as of recent, it's been a lot of Toth and been a lot of Kendall. I think Kendall has a great opportunity to be that versatile piece for us. I asked him, I said, has your dad, because his dad was a former NFL lineman, taught him everything he knows about the position. I said, how does it go from having a father playing in the NFL? I know your dad wants to tell you everything about what you're doing wrong, whatever. And how do you like defer to Stoutland over your father? And he was just like, yeah, it's tough. I got to do what Stout says, like he's like, my dad is very involved, but I think Drew Kendall, I think he is he's a positive piece to look at going into this year. Piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So, could be a guest on Fourth and John. Just saying. This is
Super
what he
dope.
said. This is what he said. Going to the chat again. Shout out to Brianna in the building. Pete Nathan. Hey, if you are a business out here and you would love to be a part of a Fourth and John tailgate, you're trying to promote your cooking. I don't know, maybe Pete Nathan. But anyway, if you're someone that wants to be a part of our tailgates coming up, you know someone that really wants to be a part of our tailgates, and you just want to promote your business and what you do, we'd love for you to join the party.
No doubt.
Talk about a party. There's no party without Evan Hollywood Hearn and his cheesesteaks. He's out of the Phillies game tonight. We have Primo on vacation tonight. He's on vacation this week, so shout out to the Concepcion family. I think they're going down to the beach. So if you see a man with a Prime helmet on, make sure you say "Go Birds."
Go Birds.
But I think moving forward into this Friday game, this is all about the Coopers of the world, the Shanderick Powells. This is about Darius Kennards. This is about Keely Ringos. This is about, I say, Sidney Brown. I want to see more reps out of Sidney. I think Smile Munden's been a positive piece of the puzzle in terms of depth. Last game he showed out. Yes, Smile Munden. Okay. That Jets game in New Jersey. I was thinking about going to that game. I'm not going to that game. I might just take the night off and watch it from home. I think so.
You know you want to watch it from home. Yeah, watch it from home.
No, I might go to the shore. I might go to the shore.
Oh, dope. Yeah. There you go.
Shout out to Todd. He says, "What's your thoughts on Montrell Johnson? Is he a practice squad player?" He's had a lot of flashes early on. He dealt with the injury. I thought it was very imperative to get some reps in the last preseason game. I think there's an opportunity to keep him on the practice squad. I think there's a shot.
No doubt.
I mean, Robinson's flash too. I mean, the running back group. I've been kind of impressed with all of them. I'd like to see some of those younger guys behind our actual offensive line. Some of them,
yeah. That's one thing about the Eagles, man, and the scouting department. The scouting department does a really good job at going to these colleges, different colleges, and checking these guys out. No stone is left unturned, and they're bringing in talent. And I mean, you got guys. It can go back to Bryce Brown and what was the other bull that he had a great career with the Niners, and then went to the Miami, and now he's with the Raiders. I can't think of his name right now, but the running back position right now is it's big in football. It's really big in football. It's back now. The running back is back, and that's thanks to Saquon and his O-line.
Maybe it never left. Okay.
I think it did. Everybody wants to air it out now, but not us. We're old school football.
Raxic says we'll definitely be at a 4th and John tailgate. I'm guessing DJ Lowski will be still DJing that. Yes, he will be. Brandon says, did I miss if they're doing a tailgate week 1? I travel out of state and come by myself, and you guys make it a good time for myself who comes along. We are doing a tailgate week 1. This is per usual. We're
going out.
It's going to be insane. Week 1, even if you're not going to the game, week 1 vibes will be immaculate. If you're an Eagle fan, we'll probably be doing some pep rallies with the news. If you're trying to come with us to a pep rally, let me know. Give us a shout, and we'll try to bring you along with us to some pep rallies. Puga off the top belt buckle with the trading for Hendrickson. That would be. It's just too much money. That would be a shocker of a move.
Yeah. Did you see the offer? Like the play offer?
Was a one and a player?
No, it's 3 of the 3rd round pick for your guy that you took a picture with today, Jordan Davis. Would you give up Jordan Davis for Trey Hickerson?
For the sake of positivity, no.
Okay. Look at you.
Ooh, was that a real offer?
No. It was just people were saying people were just putting on there and saying who would say no. That's all. You know, fake GMs on social media. Got to spark up the conversation some way, somehow.
Come on, man. Mark says, "Happy Monday, you guys. Go Birds." Shout out to you, Mark. Appreciate you, man. Bob from Down Under says, "Well, it did. It got gutted. The scouting department. I'm actually nervous about that. All the more reason to sling picks." I mean, good franchises are going to have players picked. I'm talking not players, but just coaches, coaches, front office people. That makes it it makes it a great place if you're an up and coming GM or the next best to come here first, because you will get plucked. Shout out to Dave. He says, "See you and Casey all get eyes on this game. That'll be."
I think Bob is really concerned about the whole situation. What we had Douglas with Joe Douglas, and Joe Douglas being back in the helm of
Joe Douglas helped us get a Super Bowl. Yeah. Big part of that.
I think that's. I don't think Bob's a big fan. I don't think Bob is a fan of Joe Douglas.
I love Joe.
I'm with you, Todd. I love Joe. I love Joe.
In terms of the pieces that they brought to the puzzle, he was a part of that. JT Realmuto home run. Okay.
Nice.
What else do we have to promote here? Something else that I'm not talking about.
Red Bull. We got Red Bull.
I mean, we didn't get that far, but shout out to Bud Light for holding down the tailgates for sure. For sure. This is what I'm talking about. Got an opportunity. Got invited by the Kelsey camp to come to the Brumate. Now, if you don't know what the Brumate is, it's a short movie done by Jason Kelsey, his brothers in there, Bo Allen, Chuck Liddell. It was epic. Little red carpet action. It was just great to watch. I mean, here's a clip I took from my phone. I don't want to be putting the. You go out and see it, okay? You go watch it. But when I tell you, Jason Kelsey can act. He held his own.
Oh, where?
He had me laughing at certain
I was about
points.
to ask you, how was his acting skills?
Jason Kelsey can act.
His brother did okay in the Happy Gilmore.
Now I'm gonna say Travis. If Travis wanted to be the next Magnum PI, for young heads, I don't know if you know Magnum PI. He could take that role. I think they both have acting chops. Kelsey told me that he did all of his stunts. Okay, so he's doing his own stunts, Jackie Chan style. Okay. There was one part in the you'll see it in the short where they have him doing a split, but that is not a real split. Okay, those are fake legs.
No spoilers.
I'm just saying. You'll see it. You'll see it.
You are spoilers.
But yeah, I had the crowd laughing, man. It was a really good time. There's a Q&A. Chuck Liddell was hilarious.
UFC fighter. Dope.
They were actually doing social media content, and they had so much content that they said, let's make a movie out of this. So it was just a real good time. I've actually never been to Phoenixville, PA, but they have like the road blocked off, a lot of restaurants. So like after the event, after the movie, we got out and went to a couple of restaurants on the strip, and then at the end of the night, it was walking, you know, down the street, and all these Eagle fans are like, "Holy shit, it's Kelsey in the middle!" And all these. I don't know. It's a tough scene for Kelsey walking out
I
because
bet.
people just coming out all over the place. But it was a good time, man. Very good last couple days of events. So we'll see. Todd asks, realistic, if Howie does pull off another move, what and who could it be for? If you get another edge in here, I'm not going to say, do I need top tier? If you give me a mid tier edge, rotational, that'd be interesting. I don't know who could it be for, but I think that would spice it up.
Yeah. For me, I honestly believe it could be this secondary. If he's not happy with that second corner or the safety, that secondary, I think he'll add another person.
Hey, also, if anybody wants this to put on their wall, this is from Garage Beer. It's the Brew Mate, okay? It says, I'd rather be watching Brew Mate, okay? If you want this, first one who says they want it, I will send it to you. Okay? Just saying.
Say it in the
Bob from
chat.
Down Under
Put it in the chat.
says cornerback, edge, guard. I mean, interesting. All right. Cozy says it's got to be a real corner. I don't think Howie trades for a big name edge. Doesn't have to be big name edge. Mid tier. Big Perk says edge or cornerback. I'm wondering like what cornerback though is going to be available. And again, we'll have to do our own homework on the teams that are going to be balled up. I wonder where.
What?
I'll save that one. Okay. The first one who said they want the Brew Mate, and I'm looking at the chat here, and it's Cozy.
Cozy, ding 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 ding.
Cozy,
Winner chicken dinner.
You won the Brew Mate bumper sticker. You can put this on your car. Let's see. Todd's like, you know what I want, Gail. It's the crafty Jawn Super Bowl chain. You know what I want. Pete Nathan says it's easier to get an edge for a trade right now. I mean, that's true.
Shout out to Top, man. He's the fantasy champion. He's a fantasy champion in our league. Shout out to Top.
I also have a potential opportunity to get Phillies tickets. So if any of you guys in the chat want to go to a Phillies game, I potentially have 2 tickets. Bud Light is doing a joining the Phillies to do a record-breaking wave at the Phillies game. I got 8 tickets. 2 could be up for dibs. holler at me if you're in the Philly area and you want to go to Philly's game because Primo is on vacation. Okay. So that means 2 tickets are available. 2 tickets to paradise. Bob from Downer says cut downs will be serious, then just focusing on loser teams. I mean, it's I don't I, at this point I think I'm pretty secure with my 53 right now. So Brianna says yes, I have been to every game but to the Phillies in the last year. So yes, you want to go, Brianna? Let us know. Let us know. First one in the chat. Taking care of people in the chat. Okay. Taking care of people in the chat. Once again, big shout out to Primo, who's on vacation. Hopefully, you and your family are enjoying yourself. 'Cause this is it. This is the stretch to a long run of season. Okay, this is super stretch. So you the next couple weeks, we'll have a 53-man roster episode. We'll have a recap Friday. It's preseason. I know it's not. It's not. I know it's not sexy for anyone who doesn't really do Eagles like that. Like you're not excited about guys that went to Charlton State, or Central Arkansas State, or UDFA's. It's not your thing. This is what our thing is. So, psychos, psycho killers, Norman Bates. Before we get at her, say it with your chest, Tim. Is there a say it with your chest moment that you need to get off your chest?
Yes. Yo, Las Vegas is dead. When I mean it's dead, it's dead. Like me, Friday night, there was nobody out. I'm too old for clubs. I've been going to Vegas since I was like 20. I was in my 20s. Now I'm in my 30s. Now I'm in my 40s, bro. My bedtime is like 9 o'clock. But Vegas is dead. Vegas is dead. But I had a great time, man. Shout out to everybody that liked my post and was hitting me up in my stories. And I'm gonna get back to the people that asked me about all my hats because people kept hitting me up all week about my hats. But I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm going to send you links. Sorry, I was just busy this weekend. But yeah, let's go Phils.
DK Brave 843 says with his
What's
chest.
off your chest?
I hope he doesn't move Jahan Dotson because he's been balling in camp and he has Jalen's trust, unlike Quest. Dotson's not going anywhere. That's factual. That was one of
yes.
No, I'm saying that was DK.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was like one of my highlight conversation I've had this offseason at the NovaCare with Jahan Dotson. That was great. Great energy. Very aware of his surroundings. Great conversation. I was at a Saquon event with DraftKings, and Jahan was there. And now I'm not gonna call out everyone in that room for being a casual, but they didn't realize Jahan Dotson was in the room. I said, "That's how do you not know?" But hey, he's gonna be on full Front Street, so I'm excited about that. Todd says it with his chest. Trade me Bucky. I think this is a fantasy football thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cozy says he's saying it with his chest. Bet the over on everything Jalen and AJ related. Yards and touchdowns. Bet the over. Over on Smitty touchdowns too. Jalen Carter, defensive player of the year candidate. Campbell,
Jalen Carter,
defensive rookie of the year. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Art Bridge says the schedule with every other week on the road is going to be brutal. Say that to my life.
Yeah, for real.
It's going to be it's going to be interesting. My say with your chest moment is I think Eagle fans have to lock in. I think winning a Super Bowl, as great as that is, and as much as we have been celebrating it to the highest of festivities, we got to lock in. I'm not gonna say we're not fully locked in, but I'm saying we're not fully locked in. So by the time season comes around, take a little time with your family. In week one, make sure your ass is locked in. Okay, because we need the energy to be high.
That's why
For the
you're going to
banner
the
drop.
shore before week 1, huh?
Take your little vacation. Just get your R&R, because I'm saying lock in. Lock in. Okay. Bob from Down and Under says with his chest, I'm really excited about Darius Cooper. It would be crazy to put him up against Menchie. He beats out a second rounder. Swoop Boys Entertainment, aka Cozy. Who else is waiting for their replica ring? I got a plug. I'm just saying he's making his own ring. It's not a $99 ring. I heard it's a very interesting replica. If you want to know more, you let me know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, my say with your chest is just lock in, man. Lock in. Lock in. And again, other than that, big shout out to Red Bull for holding down the tailgates. We appreciate you guys for holding us down and giving tailgate wings, just like Cifelli's Pizza gives Evan Hearn the cheesesteaks to make his wings fly. I don't even know if that made sense. But shout out to DJ Lowski, who's a man of the people as well. He's been DJing our tailgates for years. Give him some love and make sure you uh, make sure you have him do one of your parties. Shout out to Crafty John. Make sure you go to craftyjohn.com. Makes the sickest custom chains. See that chain back there behind Tim's head?
Yes, sir.
That's a custom chain. He can put your logo on
Get
there.
out the way.
Make him busy. Okay. craftyjohn.com. Make sure you go check out Jesse Wines at Wines Creative. If you're whining about your creative, your graphics, your logo, hit up Wines Creative. Jesse Wines will get you right. Other than that, shout out to Philly Sports Trips. We appreciate you guys for holding us down. And we appreciate all the people in the chat for holding us down. We appreciate you guys. So that's really what it is. And then Tim, last word, my guy, before we get out of here.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to my daughter. Yeah, congratulations to my daughter, Ariana. She made All-Star Pro again. She's so dope. Cheerleading. I'm a cheer dad. It's my life now. So yeah. I also want to say happy birthday to my little brother, man. Marcus Walker. I know he's somewhere in here. Happy birthday to you, my guy. Yo, like Gail said, let's lock in. We got what, 2 weeks? Because I'll be in Philly in 2 weeks, man. Let's get live. Let's turn up, man. Like Super Bowl number 2 is behind us. Let's prepare and get ready for that third one. All right. So let's go. Go Birds.
Last word for me. Big shout out to you guys in the comments, man. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, supporting the brand, showing up to the tailgates, telling your friends, being a part of the conversation. Just being a part of the community means the world to us. Can't say that enough. Meeting Eagle fans around the world has been probably one of the best things of my fandom. It's been great. Other than that, man, it's a big shout out to my family. We dealt with a big loss. Last 2 weeks ago, my cousin was killed in a terrible accident. I just want to like let people know to lock in terms of living your life, man, and just being there for your family because got to live life to the fullest and you know be present. But big shout out to my cousin John, aka John. Just a sweet cousin, man. He was the best. But uh, we celebrated him this past weekend in Florida. He was a big cosplay guy. Didn't want anything. He's the kind of person that didn't want to be celebrated. He didn't want to be the talk of the town. He just wanted to be part of the crew, make people smile. So he wanted everyone to be in cosplay. So it was the first celebration of life in cosplay that I've ever done. But in true John Cabasaurus fashion, we got to celebrate his life. But like I said, man, you gotta celebrate life and check in on your peoples and enjoy the time with your family. And then come see us week 1 at a tailgate and enjoy yourself as we
Yep.
beat the Dallas Cowboys. But thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, it is fly, Eagles, fly.